Once again, we have been summoned. TruckCon has been busy doing overtime, and we find ourselves in another world, yet again, as we heed the call of anime. Feedback is something we always appreciate. We saw your comments, enjoyed the love you showed us, and more importantly, went through the selection of games that didn't make the list but you guys suggested we should talk about. From fighting games to RPGs, it was quite the challenging list to narrow down. While we've barely scratched the surface when it comes to anime games in all genres, past and present, we've made this new video on some game titles that you reminded us of and that we can't believe we missed. Hey guys, I'm Nicey with Ungeek, and here are 5 more anime video games that you should definitely check out according to you, our viewers. But first, let's talk about this video's sponsor. The Canon PIXMA G2010 is your family-friendly printer that can suit the needs of everyone in your familia.
Salute me, familia.
Capable of printing up to 7,000 full-colored prints in one tank, this multi-function printer also has a quick scan function and a side panel that's easy to use. Easily make copies of reports, documents, or your favorite person's photos, because you can, and because it can support borderless printing of up to A4 size. Best of all, this high-octane printer has a 2-year warranty with no print count, meaning it doesn't matter if you've printed 7,000 or 70,000 copies as long as it's within the warranty period. Canon has got your back. The Canon PIXMA G2010 retails for just 7,595 pesos and is available through the official Canon flagship stores in Lazada and Shopee, Canon concept stores, and all authorized resellers nationwide. Check them out on the socials as well, and don't forget to give them a follow. Now, back to the video, fam. Attack on Titan will go down in history as one of the best modern mangas and anime created. The story, with its depth of characters, beautiful art style, and surprise plot twists, make it one of the best in its generation. In terms of its video games, the first installment did well both critically and financially, but Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle kicks it up a notch in action, replayability, and fun, as mentioned by Ingram, who enjoyed finally being able to play on a keyboard with a custom character, unique storyline, and skills and resources to grind for. All this, along with the Final Battle expansion, takes the game's source content and pushes the boundaries in terms of challenge and excitement. Final Battle's new modes and quality of life additions take the base game to a whole other level of replayability and enjoyment. With the introduction of firearms and the showdown mechanic, which changes your weapon's properties for a certain period, you can find multiple creative and brutal ways to take down the new and improved Titans equipped with surprisingly good AI, or die trying. From the basic blades, you get the Thunder Spears, which deal concentrated AoE damage. If you're into firearms, you get a Gatling gun, which needs no further description. Being the Survey Corps' own personal flying war machine never felt this satisfying. Whether it be in solo or in co-op challenges, you can slide, glide, hack and slash your way through Titans by any means necessary. If you're looking for a genuine action game experience that pays close attention to detail, has very polished design details, and stays loyal to its source material, you should pick this up. Definitely a game worth charging headfirst into. Speaking of isekai and awesome anime games you should be checking out, I think it's time we talked about one of 2020 to 2021's biggest games. Now, will it still reign supreme this coming year? Well, Erica, Kenneth, and Jessa seem to believe so, and we have to agree. After coming out strong last September, both hardcore gacha fans and newcomers alike have been treated to a fresh new gameplay experience courtesy of the land of Teyvat. Choose a team of 4 characters, each with their own personalities, special skills, and elements that give way to different styles of play. Whether you want to brute force or finesse your way through content is totally up to you. The overworld itself is just amazing, from Mondstadt, the windy city of freedom, to Liu, the seaside nation of commerce and contracts, to Inazuma, the land of eternity. It's a vast world where you can uncover mysteries, enjoy the beautiful landscape, pick a fight with the locals, and meet a couple waifus husbandus to complete your horror party. What can I say? There's always something for everyone. It's a rich world that's filled with stuff to explore and is tied up nicely with some awesome lore, stories, and the most anime of moments. Most of the side content is unlocked via quests, which encourages you to play through the game, learning along the way. And maybe some gacha wishing. With the recent release of patch 2.1 and all the additional content included, I think it's about time you pack your bags for Teyvat and considered a trip to the Adventurers Guild. I promise, it'll all be fine. High school student? Check. Main character with a strangely put together European name? Check. Beautiful art style with a timeless turn-based game mechanic that'll leave you wanting to play more. That's another check from Corky Hunter and unconventional otaku who really enjoy this game a lot. Being the 6th installment in the Trails series, which is part of the massive Legends of Heroes franchise, you can definitely expect a smoother, more polished experience as you travel, fight, and experience high school life in Airbonia. The world building and storytelling in this game will keep you hooked. It may seem like typical nobles versus Imperials type of conflict, but once you actually get to explore the world itself while completing the various quests provided, you'll get to unravel even more of its deep, dark secrets. Life Sim fans will get a kick out of the game's heavy Persona and Fire Emblem vibes, especially at the beginning of the game. It's a great time to get to know your friends, build relationships, and learn more about how they can fit well into your party of 6, 4 mains, and 2 reserves you can freely switch between. Combat is snappy, letting you choose between heavy-hitting attacks or magic. Attacking up front gives you CP, which is built up to unleash your character's crafts. Crafts could span from flashier, more damaging attacks to S-tier cinematic finishers that are just beautiful to watch, an anime staple we always welcome. With its wide variety of characters, detailed story plot, intuitive mechanics, and good voice acting, it's a guarantee that you'll spend hours of gameplay as you make your way down the trail of Cold Steel. Why should you play Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch? Because Studio Ghibli. Enough said. I mean, we're not even kidding. Ras Mundagan says so. Level 5 Studios struck gold with this collaboration. Ni no Kuni has been around for a while now, but only recently found its way into next-gen consoles. This is a huge step in the right direction because everyone needs to pick up this game. You see 2 different worlds through the eyes of Oliver, your typical kid with a pure and kind heart. It's a refreshing departure from the usual tragic and brooding anime protagonist archetype, and in spite of this, Oliver still managed to be a charming, relatable character who uses good-natured magic to help everyone he comes across. Ni no Kuni's gameplay combines the fast-paced style of most JRPGs and a collection of mechanics of games like Pokemon. Running into enemies brings up the open battle landscape where you can move around, fight on your own, or capture familiars that assist you in combat. Each character can have up to 3 familiars which level up alongside you. Mix, match, and capture as many as you want, or just stick to 3. The main storyline quest is simple yet engaging, and the side quests are enough to keep you preoccupied if you're looking for more. Overall, from the aesthetic and the character design to its voice acting to the game's soundtrack, brought to life by the Tokyo Philharmonic, you get a wonderful, fun, and whimsical experience that anyone can appreciate, Studio Ghibli fan or otherwise. When you think fighting games, it's usually Tekken, Marvel vs. Capcom, King of Fighters, or as of late, Super Smash Bros. But when you think anime fighting games, only one audio cue plays in your head. Guilty Gear has a thriving and loyal fan base, and being a solid fighting game franchise with 7 games and a few spin-offs, it deserves the appreciation. Since Todd Gamo gave our last video a very fair 5 out of 7, we aim to go above and beyond this time around. The gorgeous art style, uniquely designed characters, challenging yet fun gameplay, and most of all, one banger of a soundtrack make Guilty Gear Strive either a great place to start in the series, or the perfect way to rekindle your love for it. Strive more or less serves as the culmination of all the game's storylines so far, so it's understandable if you find yourself a bit lost in the references. But hey, we've all been there, and it's nothing a few recap videos won't fix. If you've come for the aesthetic and stayed for the gameplay, you might be in for a surprise. The combos are still smooth and satisfying to land, putting a refreshing new focus on heavy hits that bring change in perspective. There you have it, a few more anime games that are definitely worth checking out. We thank you for the suggestions. We loved it so much that if you have any other videos or lists that you want to see, let us know in the comments below and we might just do a video on that. Again guys, I am Naisu with Ungeek. Until next time, thanks for watching.